You may not know, but it is Life Insurance Awareness Month. Do you know what to look for in a life insurance plan? If the answer is no, don't worry. This morning we're joined by John Caserta, a partner of Connecticut's Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, to break down the common misconceptions consumers have about life insurance, learn how to shop for a policy, and how it can tie into your big picture family financial plan. We were just talking, this is kind of one of those topics that gets pushed to the bottom of the to-do list, but so very important, right?
It is. It's often pushed to the bottom of that list simply because it can be stressful, it can be complicated, there's a lot that goes into making that decision.
Okay, so let's start with the misconceptions. What are some of those misconceptions?
I think one of the biggest ones is that life insurance is expensive. There have been a lot of studies done, one by LIMRA, which is the Life Insurance and Market Research Association. They found that about 80% of people responding to this survey were grossly overestimating how much life insurance actually cost. I think another misconception is that you have enough life insurance at work. Life insurance at work is a group term policy, and it's often capped at a multiple of your salary. So that could be 2, 3, 4, even 5 times your salary. So that could be great for wiping out debt, maybe mortgages, student loans, things of that nature. But when it comes to replacing income, that might not be enough. So if you think of somebody who's in their 30s or their 40s, that could potentially have another 30 to 40 years of work ahead of them, that's 30 to 40 years of future income that's not protected should they pass away.
Right. What are some tips for shopping for policies then?
I think one of the best places to start is with a licensed agent. I think they'll be able to walk you through the different types of policies that are available. We should keep in mind that life insurance is a legal contract, so it's important to have somebody explain to you all the different features of that contract and how it works. I think another important thing for consumers to look for is the Comdex rating. The Comdex rating is a score from 0 to 100. And it encompasses all the financial information, credit ratings available for that particular insurance company. So it'll encompass ratings from A&M Best, Moody's, Fitch, Standard & Poor's. And typically what I recommend is that people look for insurance companies that have a rating of 85 or above.
Talking big picture family financial planning, how do these plans fit in and the policies play a role in that? So
certainly they will help provide a death benefit and replace the income of somebody who's passed away for dependents, for beneficiaries. But I think in the bigger picture, there are certain types of life insurance policies that can actually enhance savings plans. So whether it's an investment goal or a savings goal like college funding or retirement, there are a number of different types of plans out there that can actually have a savings component to them that can help people achieve those goals.
John Caserta, thank you so much for sharing your information with us. And if you would like more information about what John talked about, go to our website, WTNH.com. Just go to the On Air tab, pull down the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section.